Welcome to At Risk International's Global Risk Intelligence Briefing. My name is Roman Fisher, Protective Intelligence Analyst here at Risk International, joined by analyst Cooper McGill. Getting started for you today. Artificial intelligence voice cloning scams are becoming more common and more accessible as the technology improves. In late March, the Federal Trade Commission warned consumers that scammers are increasingly using, quote, family emergency schemes, end quote. Perpetrators invent fake emergencies hoping to fool a concerned loved one into giving over money or private information. Recent incidents include a mother from Arizona who answered her phone last month to the sound of her 15-year-old daughter crying out. She was then asked to pay a $1 million ransom for her daughter's return. Her daughter had not been taken, though. It was a hoax. In Canada, a 73-year-old grandmother received a call from her grandson stating that he had been wrongfully arrested and needed bail money. Fortunately, though, while withdrawing money from her account, a savvy bank teller had sensed that there was something off about the situation and was able to prevent the fraud. Although financial loss in these examples was avoided, others have not been so lucky. According to Federal Trade Commission data, in 2022, impostor scams were the second most popular con in the nation, with over 36,000 reported cases. FTC data also shows that there have been more than 5,100 incidents of voice impostor scams, and accounting for over $11 million in losses. Currently, many are advising simple prevention tactics, such as a sort of interfamily two-factor authentication policy. Families, colleagues, and close associates may want to create a password or challenge question to avoid falling into the AI voice trap. And now I will pass it over to Cooper McGill. Cooper?
Thanks, Roman. So over the last about year or so, European countries have seen a rather significant level of climate change related protest action. Actions have ranged from more traditional protest gatherings to more recently, as perhaps many have seen in the news, groups resorting to acts of vandalism against world famous works of art in museums in European cities. Many of these acts of vandalism have been done in a way that is reversible, and they are really just meant to be headline grabbing, though they can still lead to significant disruption. They continue to target a wide range of public and private multinational organizations, and will likely continue to do so moving forward, as these groups argue that the situation has become more dire. Cities in the UK and France, specifically the capitals Paris and London, have both seen particularly high levels of climate protest action, with protesters moving to get their message out at more and more events. For example, in France, which has seen significant demonstrations and unrest over the last several months due to a pension reform move by the government, multiple well-known climate-related protest groups have also been present, arguing that pensions and retirement do not matter if the planet has suffered irreparable damage. Governments have cracked down on some of these groups as of late, issuing tougher sentences and in some cases moving to hold protesters for longer periods of time prior to trial. However, overall, these government actions seem to have had little effect on climate activist groups and their willingness to participate in disruptive events. Germany, which has also seen its own sizable share of climate activism, is set to see a potential continued increase in activity over the next several months. Multiple groups have a range of protest actions planned for the coming weeks, and that trend is likely to extend throughout the rest of the year. Most common tactics will continue to be event disruptions, traffic disruption, acts of vandalism, building lockouts, and destruction of property. But this is something we will continue to keep an eye on through the rest of the year. That is all we have for you today. We hope you find some of this information useful, and we look forward to joining you again next week. Thank you.